Hi everyone, it's Phyllis, Silver Cats Crafts. I'm going to show you a little idea that I thought up this morning. And this is because I a lot of times make my bow pins for my local Boys and Girls Club with the Salvation Army. And they tend to disappear, obviously, at the sign-up boards. So they've started putting chains around them and attaching them to the clipboard so they don't walk away so fast. But then I thought, you know, once the ink is all gone, then what are they going to do with the pen? You know, you can save it and put it in a vase, or I thought, why don't we incorporate the pencil cap idea that I came up for pencils for the ink pens. So what I did was I made a mini flower petal pen using the small little 1-inch petals, and this happens to be out of Tinkerbell because I had leftover Tinkerbell tape when I recently made a project. And then of course incorporate Rainbow Loom into it. And so I made a chain, like a single bracelet, and with the cap band is what's holding it on the pin. And then my other end, where I finished it off, I've got 2 little rubber bands right here that can be used to kind of wrap around maybe something on the clipboard, you know, slip knot it through the hole at the top of the clipboard, and then they've got, you know, their pin. And you can make this chain longer. I only made it using 2 rows on the Rainbow Loom. So basically, this is a flower pin. I mean, what do you call it? It's on a eraser cap. So you just pull it off. As you can see, it's on an eraser cap. And when I covered the ink pen, I made sure and only went up so far so that the pen cap could slide back on. So you'll have to measure your pen when you make these. And then that way you can easily slide it back on here. And it stays on. I think it looks pretty cute. And then for those of you that are new to Rainbow Loom, what you do so you can make a continuous chain is normally this arrow, this red arrow right there, is usually up here, pointed the opposite direction. So you can see I have flipped the middle pin section so that I can keep going. Start over here, go all the way down, and then around till you end up over here. And then I haven't put my cap band on yet, so then you want to take your cap band before you start and just wrap it around 3 times. And then you just loop it off. Of course, you go in. I don't know if I can do this on camera. Let me try. You go in underneath, grab the bottom one, and pull it out. Okay. And then, I don't know if you guys really want me to do this all the way, but I think you get the idea. You just keep going in. Oops. Going inside, oops, looping up. Come on. And whoops, get over here. And then now you can turn it back around so you can easily go back down. Oops, get in here. Just have to make sure you get all your little teardrops here. And what I did before I started, I dropped a rubber band underneath here. You can see it's just dangling there. And what I'm going to do when I catch these bands is I'm going to catch all of them so I have 2 loops to wrap around at the end instead of just one when I do my slip knot. Let me get another band. Okay, so I'm going to go down on the inside underneath all the loops. I'm going to grab this one, pull it through all of them, come around, make my slip knot. And then, of course, you just pull it off. And then I've got my 2 bigger loops at this end that can be slip knotted through the top of one of those clipboards. And at the bottom, we have our little cat band here that we can use to grab a hold of. I just let one of them drop back, so I've got 2 loops. Kind of makes a slip knot itself that you can put on the pen or the pencil. Because you can do this for pens or pencils. I think this is plenty long enough because it stretches quite a bit for that. But if you think you need a longer chain, then you can just keep going back up onto the last row, and you can make it 3 rows to get a longer chain. But I thought that would be kind of cute. That way, when you're done, when the ink pen is all out, you can simply pull it off. You can stick it on another pen, so you have an ink pen to use again. And of course, it doesn't have to be covered. I'm sure the Boys and Girls Club will just think it's nice having the little flower pen that can travel, flower cap. And of course, they still go on the, they go on the pencils as well. This one's a little bit loose. I think it's because I stretched it out with the ink pen. So whatever one you're going to use it on, you probably need to keep it on that. Even though it does go on, it kind of comes off real easy. And that's because I think it got stretched out from the ink pen, because the ink pen is a little bit bigger. But I thought this was a real nice idea that you can use places where you know people need to sign in quite a bit. And you know it's kind of terrible to throw one of these away once the ink's all out. And this way you can reuse it, recycle. Anyway, that's my little bit of a combination of duct tape and Rainbow Loom. And I hope you enjoyed my little video. Please give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Let me know what else you think I should make. I am going to try to make a couple of projects today and do a tutorial on a couple of items I've been asked to do. So I may not have those up until tomorrow. So be looking forward to that on Sunday. Thanks again. Bye.